leadership group? Some clubs, they tend to get bigger, and yours has just got a fraction smaller.
It has. Unfortunately, losing Andrew Swallow last year, we've shrunk in size by one, but I think we're very content and excited about the guys we have in our leadership group, and we've got a lot of young guys as well coming through, developing their leadership skills, and I think that's going to hold our club in really good stead for the future. So we're really excited about the guys we've got and what they can achieve this year.
Any thought about getting Ben Brown potentially involved? He's already seeming like a leader.
Yeah, Ben's football obviously has done a lot of talking last year. He played really well and he's really developed his leadership as well, and we really are encouraging Ben to step up in more than all those areas, and I think he's sort of the head of the forward line at the minute, and as such he doesn't have a leadership title, but in the club he's definitely got leadership capabilities, so he's one we'll look to keep developing, and you never know in the future.
What was the process for the leadership group this year?
We had a players vote, and the votes come back, and this is the leadership group we've come up with.
What have you learned from your 18 months now in charge?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. Leadership's a tough gig sometimes. I think as a group we've learned a lot over the last 12 months, and I think we've grown a lot in the last probably 18 months. And going 0-5 last year at the start of the year was a big challenge, and that was one I haven't faced in my career before. And to be captain the first 5 weeks and not get a win was definitely a challenge. But the resolve our group had in that time was really exciting for me, and there was never a concern that we'd lost the interest of the players or anything like that. So the guys' ability to deal with challenges last year, I think, is going to hold us in really good stead for the future, and it's really going to build a platform for us to be a pretty competitive side this year.
And you were seen as a captain in waiting for quite a long time. Was there any change at all? Did you notice you were different? Were you a different footballer? Were you different around the club last year?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. I think you get put in a position of leadership because of the way you behave consistently on a day-to-day basis, and I think if you get a title of a captain or a part of the leadership group, that you don't change your behaviour, and I think I've done that pretty well and tried not to change the way I was. So hopefully I haven't changed, or I'm not a bit of a badass or tight ass or anything like that around the club, so hopefully everyone still likes me. But we've got a job to do here, and that's to win football games, and we're hell-bent on doing that.
How tough a baptism was it? I mean, the results obviously didn't go your way, but personally, the injuries last year, they just seem to keep coming.
They did, but that's part of football. There wouldn't be too many players that play football these days that are 100% fit, and something you sort of have to deal with on an individual level. And us as a group, we had a few injuries as a team last year as well, and we had to deal with that the best we could. And I think that's probably going to be one of our greatest improvements this year is trying to get a healthy and fit list and keep that consistent throughout the year. And if we have our best players out on the park each week, I believe that we're going to be a pretty hard team to beat.
You had your own injury issues last year. How are you as of right now? Are you 100% close to?
Very close to 100% as of right now. I had a bit of a modified program leading into the Christmas break, but I didn't have much of a break over Christmas. I trained quite hard so that I could get back today as our first day and pretty much do all of training. So I'm back into it now and feeling really fit and really confident in my body, and can't wait to get stuck into 2018.
I know when you go out there you like to play like a bull at a gate, and maybe you can see you get hurt now and again. Are you going to change that, or is that just the way you are?
I think that's just the way you play. You play on instinct at any level of football, especially AFL. You're a good player for a reason, and if I take away my strengths, I might struggle to get a kick out there and probably find myself out of the side pretty quick. So I think that's the way I'll play, and work with the coaches pretty closely and try and improve areas that I need to improve, and as the same as everyone does in our footy team, and try and help our team get better.
You spent a bit of time forward late last year, get 5 goals against Collingwood in the second half. Is that something you think you might do a bit more of this year, or are you staying in the midfield?
I think a bit of both. Without giving too much away, I think I'll probably play midfield and go forward a little bit as I did last year, and depending on what the team needs. I always say that I'll play where the coach tells me to play. So if he wants me in the midfield, I'll play there, and if he wants me up forward, I'll play there as well. So we'll have to wait and see.
Do you enjoy the forward line?
I do. I really enjoy the forward line. Not many players don't like kicking goals, so if you can get 1 or 2, then we enjoy that.
The talk was that you probably didn't have the midfield depth for you to spend large chunks forward. But has that changed this year? Are there some names you want to throw at us that might slip into the midfield?
Yeah, I think obviously we've got Sean Higgins, Ben Cunnington. Hopefully we get Ben Jacobs back, who's training really well at the moment. He was probably been a pretty vital part of our midfield missing the last couple of years. Guys like Luke Davis-Uniacke, who's come into our side, pick 4. I think he's going to be an outstanding player. Hopefully we can get him in there pretty early, and guys like Jai Simpkin as well might be able to spend a bit of time going through the midfield. So I believe that we've got a bit more depth there this year regarding our list in terms of it being healthy as well. If we can keep everyone up and going, then we'll have plenty of guys who can roll through the midfield, which will be good.
Do you see any similarities between yourself and Luke? I mean, you're both strongly built. Have you sort of grown to you, warmed to him at all?
Yeah, I think he's obviously a pretty mature body for his age, which is great to see. He done a couple of drills pre-Christmas. I wasn't out there training, but watching from the sidelines, he just looks comfortable at the level, what he's done so far. And he's at the first year's camp, the first couple of days this week, but we'll look forward to getting him back into some game sense and getting him more comfortable at the level, because I think he's going to be a very good player for us for a very long time.